bit better.
Yeah, this is better.
Angled delight.
A little bit better.
That's what we got.
Hope you all have a wonderful Wednesday. And
Today's Thursday, right?
well, today's Thursday.
Yeah.
So
Hope yesterday was good.
Yeah. That's what I was trying to get at. But we have 11 items going out. We also are going to talk about a new way that I'm approaching when it comes to offers.
Right.
And it's being a little bit more thorough about it. But before we get started, my name is Aaron.
I'm Amber.
And we are full-time resellers. We sell primarily on eBay.
Yeah.
And things from garage sales, yard sales, thrift stores, and all the like. So, so the topic today.
Here, come over. You're halfway on.
I kind of liked it. I don't know why. But so the topic today, you get an offer for an item. You have actually somebody that's willing to, and especially if they come in with a green check, which means that they're going to pay automatically. You have somebody that's genuinely interested in buying an item that you have listed. I think we need to take it a little bit more serious with regards to that kind of information. And I'm not necessarily talking about the ones that you just listed, because we all have those times where we list something for $20 and you got an instant offer for 15, and it's like, I literally just listed this and it's at the market price. Like, I'm not gonna just
or below market price.
Price. Like, I'm not gonna just jump on it. But I'm thinking more of the item that you've had listed for 2 months, 8 months, over a year. You get an offer, maybe you haven't had any interest in that item for an extended period of time and it's just been sitting there. And maybe it is something that we would deem as an insult.
When you first listed it.
Yeah, like you listed it for 80, they're offering 40.
Yeah.
I've had people, you list an item for 80, they offer 5. Like, maybe not with those cases because you're not a serious buyer at that point. But let's say, for example, they do offer half. I think it's something that we should be doing, or you can do to help like create an item reset of your item, is go look at the market for that item now. See what other competition is out there. See what their price is. See what they're selling for. This will help keep you competitive in the market. So, for an example, I just got an offer on an item that was $75. My item has some wear on the cover and stuff like that. It's, a lot of 2 VHSs for Saul. And when I listed it, I think I was right at the bottom of the market, and I can see that the market has dipped a little bit. I got an offer for $40, so I reduced the price to $69.95, and then I countered $65. And I think ideally, whenever you get this opportunity, somebody sends an offer, it's already going to pull your item up towards the top of the search results. At least this is what I've seen. So like, if I were to use keywords that I used in my item will show first because it's gotten interest from somebody. So eBay wants to put it out in front of somebody because, hey, somebody has interest in an item, so it must be desirable. Let's put it in the top of the search results. But now if you've lowered the price because now you're trying to get into the market range of what will actually sell for that item, and you still send an offer out, like, I feel like you're also giving the buyer first dibs. Like, here's first dibs.
Right.
Like, in that case, that's like 7 or 8% off of the new adjusted price. But if you look at from where you were at, I was at 75. Now I'm offering them 65.
Yeah.
That's like 12.5, 13%, somewhere around there. And I do think it helps get your item into a better position. And we have had success with it. So the lotion that we sold yesterday, I had to lower the price, countered, and then somebody came in and bought at full price. There was a record as well that I lowered the price, sent a counter, and then somebody else came and purchased the item. So I have seen some success with this. I do strongly encourage you to take the offers that you are receiving a little bit more seriously, especially even if they're low ball offers, and use that as an opportunity of, okay, thanks for helping me with the algorithm, getting my item lifted, and I will now fix any issues that I have with this item to get it to where it'll sell to somebody else.
Yeah.
And so I hope that's helpful out there. I think it's helped us a little bit, especially when the sales are a little bit slower. Anything to eke out that additional sale or two in a day can be beneficial. So, yeah. Anything you want to?
No, that's all you.
Any opinion? No.
Sounds good. Sounds like a lot of work, but I think it's nice because instead of looking at your entire store as, oh my gosh, I need to go and like research these things, it kind of cherry picks where you should be targeting because you already got eyes on a certain category.
Yeah.
So maybe even that's a category thing.
Yeah. So, for example, the one aspect that I kind of think about is my first. If we get busy in a day,
Mm-hmm.
and I like to respond very quickly
Yeah.
to messages and offers and all that kind of stuff, it is making me say, you know what, I'm gonna wait.
Yeah.
And then when I get to a spot, like maybe I'm about to go get coffee
Mm-hmm.
downstairs, and then I'm gonna go make my coffee, sit down, and then I'll look at the offer and dissect, like, do I need to make a change to this?
Yeah.
Is this item, like, I just had a back and forth where I went and researched the item. I'm below the market price. I have the only one of that size of pair of shoes, and I had it listed for 25. The last pair sold for 30 plus shipping.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like a very common shoe, so it's very pretty uncommon. They offer 15. I countered like 24 because I also just listed this
Right.
like not too long ago, and then they like got insulted and offered 18, and then just started messaging me like I got like 8 messages, and they were like, I'm new to eBay, and I'm like, you have 321 feedback, you're not new, I'm using my daughter's account. Okay,
Yeah.
that's cool. But you offered me like half price for this item,
Yeah.
and I just listed it. Well, then you should probably just do fixed pricing. And
Or maybe I just don't like your offer, and
it's
that's how
like,
this is supposed to work.
have a great day, take care.
Yeah.
Block. Like, I don't want to
Yeah.
sell to this person at this
They're
point.
gonna be problem
Yes.
buyers at the end of the day.
Like, you're already getting a hissy fit going
Yeah.
through the buyer process.
And if they do finally just
blocking.
purchase it, they're the ones that are going to pick out flaws and want a partial at the end.
Correct.
So maybe they didn't get their price at the front, but they've played the game before, and they're going to try to get the price on the back end.
Yeah.
No,
And
thank you.
I know people are in a high stress situation, and I don't know if the election has
I
made
don't know
this
what you're
person
talking
round
about.
up in the.
I don't know what you're talking about.
But yeah, that was a wild
Interesting.
interaction that I just, because it was one of those things to where they offered, I
Yeah.
countered, I explained my situation, and then
Yeah.
I don't care what you do at that point. I'm just going to decline all your offers.
Yeah, because you told them your bottom price.
And then they didn't even come close to what I offered.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm not dealing with.
So then you should have responded with $100.
Yeah.
It is now $100 for you.
I've now thought
a good
about it,
day.
and I've decided to raise my price. But yeah, so it's just, I think at the end of it, don't get desperate. I think the key thing,
Yeah.
and
you don't want, like, it's okay to talk things out, like, oh, I wish I could say this, but you don't do that
yeah,
with the customer.
and two, I will say, the other aspect that I've noticed when I've been doing the research is I've realized that sometimes when I got the offer,
Mm-hmm.
it was an actual legit offer to
Yeah.
where I need to consider it, even though my price might be 25% off
It
the
looks
price.
bad from our listing price.
Yes,
Yeah.
and then you got to look, and you're like, okay, this is like $1 off of like the
Yeah.
market price. I'm just gonna go ahead and take
And
it.
honestly, we've had it before where we had something priced too high. They sent an offer, and you looked at the market, and the offer they gave was higher than the rest of the items that were listed. So
Yes.
they gave an exceptional offer,
Yep.
even though at first glance it looked like a bad offer.
Correct,
And you
100%.
take it.
Yes, and
Yes.
you take it and
Yes.
and you run, especially if
Yeah.
it's an item that's set for a while.
Right.
So yeah, I've seen that's the aspect too, where I've been more willing to take offers
Right.
based on me doing the research to see what the market price
Mm-hmm.
is for that item and seeing that it has
Yeah.
plummeted. And there's so many times where I'll have an item and I'll get an offer, and then I'll realize somebody just, like, I have a quantity listing for like the little handhelds.
Oh,
I only
yeah.
have 2 of them left, but somebody lowered their price with
Mhm.
free shipping, and it's like 60 cents below mine, and I could see they've sold the last
Yeah.
one. It's like, oh, okay, well, I'm gonna go $1.50 below yours.
That's
and
a good thing about eBay, is good for buyers.
yes,
Like, I mean,
it is.
You're not going to have that interaction on Amazon.
No, you're not, because Amazon will fix the prices
Yeah.
and say this is the lowest that you
Mhm.
can go, or you have to have it lower in
Yeah.
this market than you. And
So-
then they take more in fees, and then it makes it a little bit like less profitable
Yeah.
for the sellers. So the sellers aren't really like,
Yeah. Is that why we're more inclined to get fast selling items versus long term?
well, that's just good for
Depends
the
on the
house.
item, I guess.
It's just good for the store.
Yeah, but also, like, you could just be wasting all your storage and time because your price is going to be going down as time goes on
Well, yeah.
certain markets.
Yeah, for sure. But you always run the risk too. When you buy the item, you run the risk of the item or the market tanking,
losing value,
because you get all of the downside and none of the upside.
Right.
If the market goes up, what happens?
Yeah, your item sells.
Your item sells, and you're done with it. And there have been times where you sell an item, and then you get it again, and you're like, oh, like I sold this last time for $100. Now it's $150.
Heck yeah.
So
usually it doesn't happen that way.
No, but there are times and situations where it can happen. So you get all the downside when you're reselling and none of the upside. That's why like I get really wary with Funko Pops.
Yeah.
And markets that like cards, for example,
oversaturated.
Can be, well, it's oversaturated, and like there, you might have a card, you pull it, and it's worth $50 based on the market today. But then in 2 years, like that product is not hot anymore because it was a newer product, and now it's worth $30. But if you got yours listed at $50, it's literally never going to sell. Yeah. So you go to relist it, you relist it at $30, and then it tanks even more.
It's kind of like Barbies. They've done the same thing. So when that movie came out, we were so quick to like jump on the bandwagon and start selling all our stuff.
I'm okay with auction in those situations because it's so popular and it's got a demand that you know your item's going to sell. And you've got a lot of eyes going to it, but it's already started to fade where Barbies aren't as popular as they once were.
Okay, into our sales. What do we have? Many 11?
11 items. So today we start with a record. Power presents Amazing Spider-Man. This vinyl record. I would imagine they're probably just getting this mostly for the graphics, because I think this record wasn't in particularly great shape. No, it's probably in fair condition is what I would say by looking at it. And this sold $8 plus shipping. Kind of curious to see.
It's pretty cool.
What I graded that as. I will go back for that at a later date.
This is an IKEA remote for a light.
And this is going international, $23.95 plus shipping.
We got that from the bargain hunt.
No, actually, I got that from Goodwill.
You did?
Mm-hmm. There's 2 of them. Oh, and I think I paid $6 each for a quantity listing. And there was 2 of them. I was like, sure.
Yeah.
And they both already sold, and it was really quick. So next up, we got a bat. We picked this one up at a garage sale for, I think it was $2 each for bats. And this, I think, was probably the best of the bunch. $45 plus shipping on this Easton Stealth Speed bat. And it's a 3-drop, and it's also a 2-piece.
Yeah.
Composite. So if you see these rubber pieces, that usually means it's a little bit more modern, and it's generally worth more. And then obviously, being a 3-drop, they're more desirable. Yeah. So 3-drop, like you would order, just the higher the number, generally the worse it is.
Yeah.
So minus 11, I think, or 12 is usually like a T-ball bat, and they're not.
Those are more common to find.
I think people, they can go to the store and they can buy them for $20. Yeah. So it's like, why would they buy yours used?
I got that at a sale. Philips Universal Remote.
Yep. Brand new, sealed, not used. $16.62 free shipping on that one.
Oh, that's not good. See, this is my problem.
What?
Like, I buy these things because I'm like, ooh, electronics.
It's going to Ohio, so it's not going to be terrible.
This one?
Yep. So we got this at a community sale. I think we paid $1.
Yeah.
Trekking the national parks. I love sealed board games.
Yes.
Just the ease of them. The storage is not particularly great.
Right.
But $20 plus shipping on that game is solid. Solid return. Picked this up this weekend, so it's really fast seller. This is an Odyssey DFX 2-ball putter. 2-ball by the sense of that right there. So you can see when you're lining up the putt, and you can kind of, I never putted with one of these before, to be honest with you. So I guess it's supposed to help with your alignment. But I sold $39.99 plus shipping on that putter. We have a Switch game. This is Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, the Black Order. This one sold $30.50 plus shipping.
Where did we get it?
We got that at the church sale.
Okay, cool.
This one's funny. I was trying to list a Wii on Facebook, and I opened up a Wii Play, and I had a Wii Sports inside.
Oh,
and then I had a spare Wii Sports
case,
cardboard sleeve. So then I tested it. It was pretty well scratched, and I was like, I don't think this is gonna work. So I played like all the games.
Yeah.
On the Wii Sports, which I really don't mind. I like playing Wii Sports.
Yeah.
So I will sit down and play a full round of golf, bowling,
disc golf. Do they have
tennis.
that
No,
tennis?
they got
Oh,
tennis,
okay.
baseball. I don't do boxing because you
Yeah.
have to have the thing. So I
Not
played
sure.
4 out of the 5 sports, and I played all of them to their completion. And that happened yesterday.
Oh, that's funny.
So I know it works and has no issues. $19.95 plus shipping on that, and it's going to a repeat buyer.
Okay.
Next up, we have a vintage. You want to tell them how it's vintage?
Oh, okay, so when the feet are on the ground, that means it's old. And the newer versions, these are on the ground. These are in the air.
Yeah. So if the deer is landing, it's old. If the deer is jumping and leaping, it is new.
Same thing.
So you can. No, I'm just saying.
I know.
Because otherwise, you can get really kind of confused about this. So this is a vintage big patch John Deere tractor hat. Does have some signs of wear. Has this little white mark here, and I did look. That's what was in the picture, and I'm not going to try to buff it out because I get nervous that you're going to make a mistake or issue with like the bill because these bills can get fragile. And it is K Products, so you can see K Products because they won't have a tag on the inside. It'll have K Products on the end of the snaps. And this sold for $38.95.
John Deere, please do not update your logo and put the feet back.
Otherwise,
we will have to be more
I will
thorough.
say I have seen them do remakes of the old
versions.
Just to try to capitalize on that. We picked up this a couple weeks ago. This is a Sony Walkman cassette player, and it did not work.
Bummer.
Which is a shame because if this works, it's $100.
Oh,
if it doesn't work for parts repair, it's $15, which is what we got for
well,
it.
someone will get $100 from it because, there's handy people out there that will make it work.
Yeah, I think that it's battery corrosion.
Oh, okay.
And I just simply could not get it to turn on. But again, I don't want to waste any more time on it than because I'm just, and that's not something I'm like super excited about. Last item of the day, we have a Rogers stainless 33-piece
These are really
set.
pretty.
They are, and I could not identify what kind of version it was. We did get another sale. So I just put unknown floral pattern, and again, like I had these listed for $40, I got an offer for $30, and I haven't had interest in it for probably several months.
Yeah.
So I didn't even go research it because what do I research it against? It's an unknown floral pattern. So it's like $30. You win.
Yeah.
So I took it $30 plus shipping on that. And then one more hat sold. This is a, let's see.
Yeah.
Menacia Corp embroidered. It's a corduroy snapback. So a green corduroy trucking snapback.
What did it sell for?
It sold for $18.95 plus shipping.
Perfect. 2 green hats going out.
2 green hats. I don't know why green's all of a sudden selling, but again, I don't know. I can't ever explain it. Sometimes it just seems like items get popular at the same time.
Like we just sold silverware yesterday, wasn't it? Or 2 days ago?
Yeah, I think it was yesterday.
Yeah.
Where we sold another one, and it was like, oh, okay.
Cool.
I mean, I'm not going to complain. Because we have a lot of silverware.
Yeah, we do.
I'm sure we have plenty of green hats that can still sell. So we got it all.
Yes.
But yeah, so it's Thursday, so we will be back on Monday.
Monday, yes.
As far as plans, we have a bargain hunt that we can go up to in Greenville, Spartanburg, but I don't want to go just for the bargain hunt because it has not been as fruitful as it used to be. We've historically seen that you could find $100+ items in those bins, and that would make your weekend or something like that. Like we've had $200+ items and even a $600 item.
Yeah.
And it doesn't seem like the bins have those items in them anymore. It's like you're lucky if you can get a $60 item.
In theory, if the economy is going bad, then people are not purchasing the high dollar items as often, and therefore those items won't be returned on pallets.
Look at you
anymore.
getting a theory.
I know.
You always blame me for coming. You don't have to have a theory. You don't have to have a theory.
I just am following in your footsteps, honey.
I think it's funny
Gotta
how
have my own theories.
they say like as people are married for long enough, you turn into your partner.
Yeah.
Look at you.
It's a mess. It's a mess.
Soon you'll stop eating out at lunch whenever you go out.
I'm going to just do it more often now because I've been holding back.
Out of spite.
Yes.
But yeah, so depending on whether or not we can find any like legitimate garage sales or anything that we can go, we might do that on Friday. I have not seen anything in particular that stood out for Saturday either. I think some of it is we have a lot of rain.
Yeah, we do.
And so people are a little hesitant to say that they're going to do something yet. So my hope is that it starts to clear up and then we start having good options.
Or maybe we need to search church sales, indoor church sales in other areas. I don't think we've done that.
I mean, it's part of my search.
Oh, okay.
So
depends on how they market it.
If they market it.
Yeah.
If they don't market it, I can't help you.
Yeah. We can't drive around all the towns.
No, it's not an option.
All right, and I will be listing today. I have a bunch of clothes and jackets and purses, so I have things to do. And I told the kids I'm not leaving the house today, so we're getting stuff done.
So I'm dropping off packages then?
Yes.
Okay. I can do it.
And then this weekend, yeah, it's raining, so probably not going to be that profitable this weekend, but hopefully our sales start ticking up.
Yeah, we'll see. Well,
we will see you on Monday.
Take care, everybody.
You have a wonderful weekend. Do good things.
I will say this thing